Welcome to my video. This video has no direction, no motive, as most of my videos don't. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. It is 2:52 and I woke up, cleaned my whole house, and I think it's just, I think it's just time for me to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I had a hard week, long week. It's the weekend. Let's enjoy it. Got an incense going. It smells so good. I forgot what. I think it's coconut and jasmine, but I could be wrong. So I want to spark. No pun intended. I want to spark some words of inspiration, affirmation. I've just been growing through so many different levels of knowledge. So many different levels of knowledge that I feel like I can't even explain. And I don't even think that I fully know or understand. No, I've just been learning a lot of things about who I am and what it means, what being me means. And I realized that it has no meaning, which sounds terrible, but I mean that in like a gentle, affirming, reassuring way. I think I kind of grew up thinking that like I had to do something. And that makes me laugh because that's so much pressure for a little girl. Every decision I made was for a purpose. And that's a beautiful thing to do, but it's also such a heavy pressure. I don't know what made me feel like I needed to do that. But it was something intrinsically. And I think I still carry that today. And that kind of it made me the mom of the group, or I wasn't fun and this, that, and the third, because I thought about every single thing that I did. I made sure that I had intention in every single thing that I did. A lot of people don't want that. People just want to be young and don't think. And a lot of people tell me that I seem older for my age, or I'm very mature. And I think it's because I'm being so for real. Like, how people say this as a joke, like, I gain consciousness, like, I genuinely think that I have always been conscious. I don't think there was ever a time where I was just not conscious. That doesn't even make sense to me. Like, I was always conscious. I was always thinking. And, that kind of presented in this world, in this day and age, in this realm as anxiety. But I was just always thinking of this, that, and the third. And I know that could be bad, and sometimes it's just like, just do. But I'm not that kind of person. I like to think, I like to be aware, and I like to be conscious. In every decision I make, I want it to be fueled with consciousness, awareness, and mindfulness. If that makes me a bittersweet person, if that makes me an old lady, if that makes me a mom, let me take my kids to soccer practice. Like, what? Today's one of those days where I just don't want to be aware. Okay, like, I know I was just talking about how I like always want to be conscious and I always want to be aware. But I think today's one of those days where I don't want to be aware of who I am in this material world. I don't want to be conscious of what I look like. I don't want to be conscious of what I sound like. I don't want to be conscious. No, I just want to be 1003% me. I don't want to feel like I have to do something, to fit the quota. I don't want to fall into pressures. I think there's so much beauty in the simple things. I think there's so much beauty in the quiet things. But I feel like we're always looking for something high energy, something to fill our short attention spans, and something that'll just give me like, but I feel like I'm learning more and more each day that is just something I do not align with. Like, I'm thinking about me, and I'm gonna say younger me and older me, as in past. That version of me didn't fully know. And I did a lot of things that I thought I wanted to do, because when you're young and you're growing up, you want to do the things that younger you wanted to do, even if you're growing up, if that makes sense. So I thought, little me wanted to do this, that, and the third. Maybe I should just do it because I have the space to do it. And that is something that is so wrong. You don't have to do something just because you can. I know that's like a simple, basic little quote, like obviously, but no, for real, for everything. And that's a pressure. That's a peer pressure. Sometimes your past peer pressures you. Sometimes your past peer pressures you. You think, now I'm in a space where I can do that thing that I wanted to do, even if I don't have to. We do it anyway. And that's how we live and we learn. We genuinely need to be wrong. We genuinely need to make mistakes. We genuinely need to, this is going to sound wrong. We need to go into spaces where we feel so not like us so we can realize that there is an us that we can feel like. That was deep. Damn. There's so many us's that it's hard to know which one is you. There's so many me's that it's hard to know which one is I feel like I don't want to waste time. Time is the one thing in this universe that we're constantly running out of, but we can never truly run out of. And I think that weird, complex concept of time makes me feel like I don't know how much of it I have, and I don't want to waste what I do have. The potential. I don't want to waste the maybe of my time. I think that's why I'm back here. And I'm saying back here because I genuinely feel like there's a part of me that has been in this specific dimension and timeline that has brought me back here with a more clear presence, more clear awareness, more clear consciousness to either fix something, teach something, or learn something. And I don't want to waste that because clearly I've been here before and I wasted that. And I don't want to waste that. I just don't want to waste that. I feel like I respect myself on such a deep level that it offends people. Like, I feel like I have so much self-assurance that it offends people. I think sometimes people's souls battle. And it's like, you have what I desire. Or you have something that I don't. And it's unfamiliar to me. And my body, that was confirmation. And my body reacts to that as being offended. So people disrespect you. And I'm using this as a metaphor for how I feel like people treat me when I set boundaries because I respect myself. Some people think that I'm too real. Like, it's like, damn, why do you care so much? Like, I'm just kidding, or this, that, and the third. I'm like, a joke is still a spell. You know what I'm saying? Everything we say is a manifestation for something. If you're joking, you're still manifesting something. You're still letting out an idea. You're still birthing something. And again, this is me thinking really deep, like somebody's just joking around me. And I joke around with people all the time, obviously. But that's for me to birth a sense of warmth, a sense of safety. Like, oh, like I'm chilling with this person. I can chill with this person. I'm not like that with everybody. People who are like that with everybody are scary, are so scary, because it's like, why do you think that you can just say those things to me or treat me this way just because I'm near you or just because we're having a conversation? That's a lack of respect. And honestly, it's a lack of respect for yourself. How well and how deep do you know yourself? Like, I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't fully say it. It's like, what do you not have that makes you think you can be so forthcoming? I don't like people who are rude, and when you call them out, they get mad. Because again, that's mad scary. Like, I'm trying to help you. I'm telling you something you're doing is not fully okay, or it's not okay at all, and you're gonna get mad. Like, why are you okay with not being accepted in a way that is just respect? That's mad scary. That is mad scary. I think we need to be aware of the personality type of those people. That's scary, bro. I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. Like, my soul is scared of those type of people, because I'm like, you don't even know maybe what we call a quarter of yourself. How much of yourself do you not know? And it's like, I don't know if we can ever get to a point where we 100% know everything about ourselves, our world, but there's a point where you know enough about yourself. There are some people who don't even know enough, bro. Like, there are some people in this world that we are living in today, right now, that don't even know enough about themselves. They don't even know enough about themselves. So what are they when they're living? What is that entity? If they don't even know them, who are they portraying? What illusion are they living in? Like, people, it's crazy to me that people don't think like how I think. Like, I know I'm not trying to, be not humble or anyway. I understand everybody has a form of thinking, but sometimes I'm like, damn, you really don't know that person doesn't know themselves. You really don't know that? Like, listen, I know our journeys all go at different speeds and different times, but there are people who never get to that level of thinking. And I'm like, what if the people that I hang around with are those people who don't get to that level of thinking? That makes me scared. They're like, I don't know, bro. I be thinking so hard. And I know there's different levels of thinking. And some people, I think the normal human mind only gets past level 3, I believe. Then I'm like, what if I'm not even at level 3? Like, what if I am at level 3, and this is just a part of level 3 thinking? Not everybody. I won't even get into that. I'm just gonna cut myself off, because I will go on such a deep ass rant and a deep thought spiral that I don't even want to get to her. I don't want to get there. I love weed. I don't think weed is painful. I think it can get to a point where it's not good for you, but so can everything. Even water, the thing that we need, can be too much for you. If you drink a whole 2 gallons of water, you're gonna die. Everything could kill you. Like, everything could kill you if you have it too much. That's why moderation and discernment, if you want a guide, a human guide to survival, the things you need, I wish to foster a state and an environment with people that makes them feel fully seen in every aspect of their being. Ooh, I had to put the stuff down for this one, because I could talk about this. Being seen is not just by the physical eye. When I want to be seen and I want to be around people who see me, they see me through every dimension. They see me through every subject, subdivision, subparticle. They see me through their eyes. They see me through their mind. They see me through their soul. They see me through their heart, their throat, their ear. They see me through their being. There's not many people that I have met that have seen me through my being, hence why they are no longer a part of my immediate circle in space. I think that every human being has an ecosystem, and of course, to each ecosystem, there's different subdivisions, again, to use that word. And I think that there is a top level, and that's this, my social, emotional life. And there's a lot of people who don't even get to be a part of that layer, that level, because they do not see me. They do not see me in a way that my vibration deserves to be seen. And people see me as a loner. People see me as someone who doesn't have a lot of friends, or someone who doesn't go out much. And that's just because I know my vibration, I know my level, and I know my worth. Hello? It's really simple. That's just what it is. Stop using your human judgment and making it something that is not. It's simply just that I know my worth. We see so many people sitting out by themselves, and people's first instinct is to think, oh my God, stop, that's so sad, that's so embarrassing. They're having the time of their life. You want to know why? Because they know their worth. Embarrassment doesn't exist in the life of somebody who knows their worth. What? You're going to sit here and tell me that I'm not somebody? I'm sorry. I'm never going to believe you. I got the munchies bad. And I have food that's just sitting right there in the bag that I just ordered. And just smelling it and hearing it crunch and crunch, it's just making me. This is so off topic, but like I was watching Shameless yesterday and they were talking about slavery, which is just like such a random ass concept like and show for me to like think about slavery. But they were like using it as a joke, and I'm like to talk about a part of history, and I'm like, no way, like it's so crazy for me to even sit here and think that slavery existed. This is so random and off topic, bro. What? But I just be sitting here like there is no way that there was somebody that feels, thinks, smells, tastes, and acts like me that went through those atrocities. And I feel like people don't look at it that way. Like there was, that's why people don't be taking it seriously, because they have the privilege to put somebody else's feelings in life in the back of their mind and just live and think and go. But we are all one. You have to care about other people's lives at least a certain amount to care about yours. But anyway, people don't think and care about or see slavery and just genocides and things of those sorts the way and the level that they need to be seen at, because they don't put it in relation to their own life. There are masses of people right now in Gaza who feel, think, smell, taste the way you feel, smell, and taste, and they're being blown up. They're having their arms and legs sewed together with no anesthesia. You can't even like think or fathom that pain, because we have the privilege to block out that. We have the privilege to block out the ability to go to another person and feel and sense and think the way that they have felt, sense, and think. And that's why empathetic people, we need to like bow down to them, because they be feeling people like deep, bro. I don't know, that was so random and off, but I just be like, dang, like, dang. Being a person is so weird. Being humans are so weird. Human. Y'all ever broke down the word human? I won't even talk about it, but all I'm gonna say is we are light. I Am Light by India Ari. If you're feeling low and you need to be grounded and rooted and centered in your sacral chakra, listen to I Am Light by India Ari. Look at this little dance I had to do for y'all. I love myself. I love my life. As much as I break myself down and sometimes I'm hard on myself, I love myself. Like, I really, really do. I really, really do. I'll be having the time of my life just with me. And you're telling me that there's people who can't even, like, be alone with themselves? Everything is alive. And, like, I mean that in the concept that everything has a task and everything has something it needs to do. Like, this is so random, but I'm looking at my incense. My incense is burning, and you're going to tell me that it's burning by itself. It's burning by itself. All those little particles that are on fire right now are burning on itself. That's their task. Isn't that what being live means? And I'm just giving it to a specific thing, so it's alive. I don't even know if that's going to make sense. I really hope it hit the way that it's hitting in my mind, because that was really deep. Couldn't explain to you how, because I completely lost the plot. I think that's also why smoking things is so sacred. Like, in a lot of cultures, smoking things is so sacred because you're smoking something, like, for example, ayahuasca. You know what I'm saying, girl. They call that the mother. That plant is mother, and when you smoke it, you smoke a bit of mother. And that's for every plant you smoke, I think, because it's a plant of Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Gaia, and you're smoking a part of her that is still alive. So when you see those things, when you hear those voices, when you feel those things, I think that's the sensation of mother. I really think it speaks to you. I think that there's something to be learned in every part of it. And sometimes she warns you, you need to stop and you need to stay away. And I think that's why sometimes people OD, but they still live. Because it's like you need to teach people about something, or you need to stop doing this because you got stuff you still got to do in this lifetime. Again, that's why I think everything is good in moderation and discernment. Because say you took too much, you had that vision, right? And you saw it, but you thought, I don't care. It's just a high thought, or it's just an experience. It was just a hallucination. I'm gonna still keep going. And you lose your life. I think everything teaches you something, and everything needs to be learned. I just like separated from the me that was speaking to this other me. Sometimes we be fighting. And I be like, girl, what is you talking about? Or like, you're eating, or I'm like, oh, like you're actually talking, like you're here. I think the first time that happened to me was on my birthday. I think I turned like 13. I remember this really well because I saved an image to my Snapchat so I would remember that moment. And it was like a pig filter or a dog filter on my face, and it was like happy birthday. And that was the first time that I realized that there's multiple parts of me that are different, but they work together. I never really realized why I'd always have a flash of that birthday. And that's why. And that was one of the worst birthdays of my life. Like, I remember nobody said happy birthday to me. Like, nobody said happy birthday to me. And I think that that's why that happened, was so that became so memorable that I could remember that moment. Everything works together, and for a reason. I'm seeing myself for the first time. I'm pretty. I'd be too hard on myself. I'm really beautiful. It's me gardening. Look at me garden. I was actually just watching this podcast with Paula Herlock in it. It was so good. I love learning things from like-minded people. So this was my random little rants. I don't know if I obviously have other stuff to say, but like I need to cater to my human body, and I'm hungry. Okay, I'm hungry. Thanks for sparking with me, inspirationally, and no pun intended. I don't know. I tried to. I really tried.